And we are live for I Love Sketchup issue 62. I love drawing with you. Now, hold on, let me remove all of this. Hey, how are you? How's it going, Robert? Bring that up. Oh, here we go. There we go. Perfect. Going good. Alright, that was last week's illustration. I get stuff ready for this week. Let's just make my brush. Oh, it's already made. Sweet. I still don't really have my voice. I was starting to get better, and then I went to another convention over this weekend, which was a Transformers one, and I definitely had a hard time doing that. I lost my voice and everything all over again. But whatever. It'll get better. I don't have another convention for like another 2 weeks. So summer's always a little tougher than the other months. But I'll be okay. Yeah, that's good. This week's gonna be fan art, so that sucks. Oh man, yeah, Robert, it does. But at the same time, it was like the convention's really worth it. I love it so much. So it's my favorite convention of the entire year. Well, it's one of my favorite ones the entire year. Because I work there, but at the same time, like, I try to take it like a vacation because it's actually pretty far from where I live. Well, not like the furthest, but it's like about 8-hour drive out. So I like go all the way out there, and I always partake in the art competition and everything too, and I won this year, which was awesome. I don't think they're going to have the art competition anymore. There are so I know I go to them. Yeah. Okay. So what are we going to draw today, Robert? Or anybody else watching for that matter? While I'm live streaming, write it down in the comments. Let's do this. It's 7:03. I really like to wait a couple minutes, but Azuka from Ava. Alrighty. Now you want classic Azuka? Or one of the newer ones from the movie? Either one works for you. Alright. Let's see here. Reference. Alright, let's go with classic. Oh, that's small. Oh, did you see the new trailer for 3.0 plus 1? Freaking awesome. Nope, I've actually not even seen, like I watched 1.0 and 2.0 and I didn't, actually I don't even know if I watched 2.0. I might have just watched 1.0. I didn't like the new character Mary that they introduced at all, and so it just kind of turned me off from it. But when they all come out, I'll probably watch all of them. I know with Netflix playing all their series, they're going to get a lot more buzz, and it might generate more fun so that they can end up making these films a little faster than one every 8 to 9 years. Alright, Asuka, and since I just gone to the Transformers convention, let's make her a robot. We're going to roboticize her. Well, she is a big surprise if you read manga. I do, but I never read the Ava manga as the show have been released first. Mary, that is. Yeah. So I always thought the manga was only okay. Like I read the first little bit of it, and then, like I said, I I didn't enjoy it as much as I liked the manga or the anime, which is rare. Like usually I actually prefer a manga over anime, but in that one it was a little tough. Let's do some booty action. Asuka booty action. Let's make that a little bit better. Oop, my eraser was not prepped for this live streaming illustration. There we go. Well, she knows Shinji's mom when she was 16 years old. I don't like the name Mary because it's very English religion. I know it's just too on the nose, you know. Like I know it's called Evangelion, and they bring up a lot of American Christianity and well, American Christianity in general. But I also don't like the look of the character because she looks like your stereotypical Japanese girl. I didn't like how she was able to pilot Asuka's Ava better than Asuka. There's like just so many things about that character that I really like. She rubbed me the wrong way so badly, especially since like Evangelion is so, especially like the original series is so ahead of its game with things. Like it created so many amazing um, tropes that you'll see in like animes for years afterwards. And this Mary character was like, ugh. I mean, I'm not looking for them to rewrite and completely think of brand new anime stuff from like I'm not looking at them to completely change the way things are done. It's just I really didn't like her. I didn't find she fit in the universe at all. She actually looks like, well, she knows Shinji's mom. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if she was another clone of Shinji. Oh, and she was like American. However, when she's talking in English, her English is so poor. It's just like they couldn't even have hired a girl that could actually speak English to do this. Like I always thought that was really weird too. I bet a good mashup would. Well, I'm sure someone's already done it, like Evangelion and Darling in the Franxx. But it's like Darling in the Franxx is such a rip from Ava, so it doesn't. It'd be too easy. It's because she understands the Ava and knew Asuka's mom was the core soul of Unit 2. Yeah. Probably should say spoiler alert before repeating what people are reading. Just for those that haven't seen Ava. now I gotta try and follow this plug suit. I know that the plug suits have like a little backpack. So let's like make a little backpack. I know this reference doesn't show it, but I'm roboticizing her, so it doesn't have to be exactly. Oh, we're not going to see that one. Her hair's in the way. But maybe I'll bring it down like this. All right. Oh, this is going to get hidden by her robo hair. So, Robert, how you been, man? What have you been up to lately? Been doing good, trying to make it through the summer. It's 1:13 out here. Oh man, that's hardcore. Yeah, it's really hot where I'm at too. I've got like my air conditioner on the max. It's not 1:13, but actually we do things in Celsius here in Canada. So in Fahrenheit, I'd have to check that out. Hold on a moment. I'll check this immediately. I'll just check out like a calculator. Fahrenheit to Celsius calculator. So we got here. So 113, 45. Oh man, that's ridiculous. So we're not that high. We're about, hold on, if I have to calculate it, so we're at about 91.4. So it's pretty hot, but man, it's the humidity. It's so humid. I don't normally draw robots because it takes me so long to do them, but after being at a Transformers convention all week, like, it really gave me the mood to draw some robots. Alright, so I'd be the worst if I didn't give her robo boobs. And I have to put that in there. But I've been building a few models from Gundam. I would love to go to Transformers Con. Oh man, it's a lot of fun. Especially because it's called TF Con and it's located in Toronto. And like Toronto, Canada, but like right outside Toronto, Mississauga. And it's the #1 Transformers convention in the world, especially for third party. So like all the third party companies are there. They're always showcasing all their stuff. They always have really amazing exclusives. Like this year's exclusive was well, there's a few, but one of the cooler ones was Mastermind Creations, which is like a third party company. They have this drift mold that they did, which is just one of my favorite molds of all time, and I always wanted to pick it up, and I picked up the regular one this year. But the exclusive was a Deadpool version of him from like Shattered Glass, and oh, it's just so cool. I'm a big Robot Mecha fan. Yeah, me too. And as for Gundam models that you're talking about right now, I have like a Zeta Gundam I've been working on for years, but just never got around to finishing. And a friend of mine like just recently bought like he buys model kits all the time. I think he gets them like therapeutically. Like for him to like make model kits really like it calms him down sort of thing. So like anyway, like it's like relaxing. So he got this and I told him, "Yo, I still have my Zeta from years ago that I only worked on like let's say like 25% of, and I would love to like get back on it." And he was like, "Yeah, okay, let's do it." So I'll probably be working on some Gundam really soon. But when I build my model kits, I like to do everything as I go along, right? So I'll make like let's say I make the whole arm and I put the hand in there, then I'll like put on all the decals and I'll do all the lines like falling on like with the Sharpie or whatever. Like I'll try and do as much detail as possible with it before like moving on to the next part. So it takes me forever to do a Gundam. Let's do something like that. There's gonna be a giant 0 here, and there'd be a 2 on the other side of that, but her hair's gonna cover it. Her robo hair. Let's make this sectioned off like this so it looks like she's got like some nice waist swivel. I like her. Thanks so much. I'm about the same way. Yep. But man, I love TFCon. It's an awesome, awesome, awesome convention. All right, let's bring this in, and then I'll like section these pieces off. So I've got one there like that, another one here like this. I don't think I'm gonna make this piece come out here. I don't like that. It's like I don't know. Actually kind of like skirts on my robots. And details is the killer part, though. Oh man, yeah, putting details in when drawing robots and even like when making Gundam kits is like, oh man, when making Gundam kits. But I love doing it so much. Keep drawing. I want to sleep. I'm sorry. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Actually, let's erase this. And all of this for right now. And let's see. So we've got her here like that. I'm going to put like little pieces like this so it seems kind of like they're segmented off. And then we'll have this leg piece that kind of cuts under this. Oh yeah, she's got those lines. I gotta put those in for sure. We'll have like one here and the other one here like that. Alright. Now those definitely are gonna be on like, I'm gonna make it go in. That'll make it look more robot-y. So let's do something kinda like that. I think that's cool. Let's do something like that. And this is gonna cut in like that and go up like that. And then we'll make a little smaller one that I made here. Bring that down, bring it around. This is looking freaking amazing. Thanks, man. I love drawing robots. Like, if I could just draw them more often. I'm actually kind of sad because, like, in my comic that I write it, I publish it, I do everything for my comic book Blythe, and every time I mention it, I always have to show it. So here's my trade paperback. Whoa, for all of you watching right now. And so anyway, like, I put a lot of hardcore work into making this thing, and I love Monster Girls and things like that. I put tons in there, and I literally didn't put any robot girls. And I have something that is like bio-organic robotic in it that's going to show up later in the series. It's just that like I'm sad that I don't have actual robot girls. And my wife was like, "Yeah, you. Why don't you just put some in? Like, if you love it so much, why not? Like, what does it? What does it matter?" And it's just that the way I wrote my whole story, it's like, ugh, it's not gonna fit. All right, let's bring this in here like this. This will cut down like that, and then while in here, I'm gonna put like tubing and stuff. All right. Ooh, we're gonna put a 02 on her leg. I think that would look cool. Let's because I don't have any like I don't have the number of her on here anywhere. So I'd like to do something like that. You know what's bugging me? This thing. I'm really trying to make this thing work here, and it's just not looking good. Let's see if I can't do something a little better. All right, so um, her leg is gonna be like this. Like this is the actual leg here, and I would like to show the whole leg off. So this is gonna be kind of like a belt piece that I'll have coming out. Ugh, I don't like it. Alright, let me just draw the lines. Alright, so her actual body would go like that. So maybe I can just work with this. Maybe I'll just go like, this is gonna cut in like that. And I'll have that, and I'll make it look like it's kind of in front of her body. And then there'll be like robot inside parts here. And then I can section this off like that, because that'll look nice. Alright, and then I can put a 0, 2. I'll make it look much nicer. It's just that's let me know where to put that action. And I finish up this arm over here. Let's see. So we're gonna have her elbow here, and cut that like that. Have that come out. Just make it come out a little more. Nice. Nice. Thank you. Guess it's just her back now, like that random spine. Like I know I love like the solid break, like when I break it like this. I think that looks nice, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna actually curve it. I'm gonna keep the break here, but the actual spine I'm gonna curve. Put a couple of lines here. That'll look good. All right. So her ear is gonna kind of be under there. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna do that. And hair. I will make her hair actually have like robot-y lines on it too, but not yet. I'll wait till I do like my nicer sketch to put them all on. Let's make her look a little like, 'cause she's normally a very determined individual. No, I don't like that. But I am going to make her earpiece come out a bit more like this. A couple random robo lines. I have a couple lines on this too. Things like that. Alright, so I think we're about ready to start on our rough sketch. I don't like her mouth. Let's redo this. Just that's nice. She's always saying that. Alright, let's draw this up. Ava, Azuka, Robo. Oh, don't you chew on this, Miri. Sorry, my cat's trying to chew on my wire. She's so cute. Always chewing stuff. Oh, dang it. Man, I used to have like a... It's funny, I'm drawing robots talking Transformers. I used to have a Transformer on my television that I would use that was heavy enough to like keep my wire from falling over into my cat's clutches or claws. And number locks on, off. Alright, we're good. And it's not there anymore. Well, this sketch looks amazing. Thanks, man. Whew. Man, it's getting hot in here. Alright. Let's lower the opacity on this and just make it look a little... and just clean it up. Or should I just keep cleaning up my actual sketch and then attempt to put some color onto this? I never know what to do with things like that. Like, I never know how far to go. Let's try cleaning this one up today for fun. See how it turns out. I don't like it. This is gonna be too much work. I like redrawing it all on top, so it's fine. I don't need to go further back than that. I won't have time to color anything anyway. So let's just do this the right way. Make my brush just a little bigger. Not much. There we go. This is Still gonna be pretty sketchy. Just gonna be a little bit cleaner. Excuse me. I keep coughing. Curse me and my cough. I'm sure a lot of it comes from air conditioning. Crazy allergies. I'm like super allergic to stuff. Especially I'm especially allergic to my cat. So whenever I get like a coughing cold, it lasts me a very long time. But she's so cute, and I can't help but put my face right up in her face. She's so little and cuddly, and she always like puts her face in my face while I'm sleeping anyway, so why fight it? I'll just deal with my stupid potential asthma and whatever. Oh, that's already wrong. All right, back to work. Yeah, here is like this spring, summer, spring again, and winter for 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, it's the exact opposite for me. Basically, it's winter all year round for me. We get like a super ridiculous humid summer, and then it immediately turns into winter. You never know when it's gonna snow. No, I don't like that. This piece actually comes out on our costume, so let's make it come out. Can't go too into detail. on that backpack until I'm done her hair. Now you're probably wondering, why don't you just do the hair right now, man? Like, get out of the way, do the whole face. I could. It's just I like to kind of go all over the place. I don't like to completely put all my detail and all my stuff into one area, like right away. It's fun to like kind of move over all over. Like at one point, maybe I'll just start doing the arm. Oh, this is gonna end much sooner than that. Like about here. So let's end this a little sooner too, like that. Sorry, I'm not talking as much as I usually do, but my voice is definitely giving me issues. It's understandable. Aw, thanks, man. No, I don't like that like that. Just make it sharp. Sharp, straight down. Maybe I'll put a little thing like that there. That's nice. Okay, let's do this leg. No, I can't. I need to draw that hand at the same time. So I'll just do this. That's a little thick. There we go. No. Alright, let's get this hand underway. Alright. So because I didn't end up doing a live stream last time, last week, I'm going to be adding, I don't know if I'll have time to do another live stream. I have so many conventions, but I have like my Transformer illustration that I just finished drawing for the art competition and I won, and I'm with it, and I'm going to be giving that out for free with my Patreon this month. Glad you won. Thanks, man. I got something super cool out of it, too. Hold on. Now, this might not seem like a big deal for some people, but I got this tiny little mini Transformer Jazz, which looks very small, but I assure you this thing transforms as if it was a masterpiece. And I get a lot of small Transformers. Like, there's different companies like Iron Factory, Magic or Magic Square, I think, or Magic Box, War in the Pocket. And this is a new company called New Age, and it's the nicest, best small little Transformers I've ever seen in my entire life. And like I ever had the privilege to transform. Like when I got this guy, first of all, Jazz is like my favorite Autobot, so I was really happy about that. And when I transformed him, I thought it was going to be like 5 simple steps, but it's so complex, like it takes like 20 minutes to do it, and it's not hard. It's just complex, and I love it so much. Neat. Neato. Yeah, I really love it. Excuse me. It was worth it. Worth it to draw my 80 hours. Last year was 80 hours. Worth it to draw my 40-hour illustration. But I only get to draw, like I only draw Transformers once a year, and it's usually for this art competition. And I love drawing Transformers. It's just it takes so much time. Like you can see me working on this Asuka sketch. Imagine if this was going to be like something that I would use at conventions. Ugh, forget about it. I'd be doing this all day. Because I put a lot of detail and work into my drawings. Especially my Transformer ones. Hey Eric, this is my first time watching one of your streams. I met you at Ottawa Comic Con. Thanks for recommending Monster Musume. I'm now addicted. Hey Nick, I love Monster Musume. I'm a huge Monster Girl fan. I'm currently drawing a Asuka from Evangelion, but as a robot. A monster robot. Well, maybe. Maybe she would be her own Ava. I'm just such a huge fan of that series. Like, anyway, I just really like it. I heard that they're gonna come out with a second season this year, but we'll see. I was the guy with the poster tube made out of Pringle cans. Oh man, that was so clever. Had you picked up one of my comic books when I was in Ottawa? Because if you like Monster Musume, my comic is like all about monster girls going to school. If you don't remember if you picked up my comic book, it looks like Oh, no, wait a minute. I didn't have my trade paperback at that time. Well, I've recently printed it out as a trade paperback. But I'm going to be going to Fan Expo at the end of August. If you didn't pick it up, my individual comic there, you can always pick it up at Fan Expo. And it's full of monster creatures. And they all go to school. It's all about the first day. Okay, I'm going to have to lower this a little. I think that her butt's a little too high up there, and I don't like that. Bring it down. Bring it down. I don't like this. I think that should be better. I've read through the first chapter. I'm really enjoying it so far. You also gave me a free copy of Blythe Issue 4. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I was giving out a whole bunch of promotional ones. So, especially since like I knew I was going to be coming out with the trade paperback, and I redid a lot of the artwork in issue 1, 2, and 3, and a little bit in 4, and I changed some of the text too, so there's unique things in number 1, 2, and 3 especially that I changed certain stuff up. Not enough that it's like, oh no, the whole story's different, but I guess there's certain things that I had certain characters say that I'm like, ooh, I'm going to have them say that later in my comic. Or bring something up. Not necessarily that they'll say it later, they'll just bring it up later. Alright, let's bring this in a little more here like this. Too bad I can't get up there in Canada. I would so go. Fan Expo's pretty sweet. Like, if you're ever going to come down for, like, I say this, I've never been, but I've seen a lot of pictures. I've had to study it. The second I knew I was going, I've been all over the internet. But, it's a pretty sweet convention. It's pretty big. It's like one of our bigger comic book ones. But I mean, it doesn't compare to the bigger American shows. I would love to go to one of the bigger American shows. It's just, as Trump is currently the president, I can't go and sell my drawings or my comic book in America. I would get in so much. I'd just get turned around at the border. And if I was coming back and I had to declare the money I made, oh man. Even if I broke even, like let's say it costs me 10 grand to go to San Diego Comic-Con and I get lucky enough to get a table, I would go there and let's say I make that exact 10 grand, I would be so screwed. So I just don't go. Back when Obama was in charge, it wasn't like that, but currently it's like that. So I guess I'll just have to wait another 10 years. Because it's looking like he's not going to be a one-termer. It looks like, anyway, I don't understand. I can't make it up to Fan Expo this year, but if you'll be selling them at Auto Comic Con next year, I'll definitely grab one. I will be, for sure. For sure I will be. And my 5th issue is in the trade paperback, and I made it, like, because I knew it was also going to be in the trade paperback, and I wasn't printing out normal ones, I made it extra long. So rather than most of my comics, which are like 18 pages, I made this one 27 pages. Or 28 pages. I made 10 pages more. Oh man, Monster Musume is awesome. I love it so much, that show. I really like, when I watched that, I watched it with my wife, and we're just like, this show is ridiculous. And I find that the universe that the guy created is so clever, so well put together, and there's so many unique, amazing things in it. And then when he's like, alright, now here we go, I created this whole universe, amazing creative things, get ready for my story. So here's 20 monster girls, and they all want to have sex with this one guy. And you're just like, the hell, man? Like, you could have done so much with your story and your world that you created. And it's just like, nah, sexy monster girls. And every now and then you get like a little bit of like the universe he's made in certain episodes. And it's always like, oh, this is really awesome. And they never delve too deep into it. And I almost feel like the guy did it on purpose, you know, because he knows that sex sells. So making it really focused just on that is why he's like, well, I'll make money doing this. And he is. Like, my comic book, if I made it, like, I do have my characters looking pretty sexy in it, but if I focused on different things in my comic and made it even sexier and really pushed that boundary, it'd probably be a lot more popular. I'd love to get a copy one day. Oh man, well the second I start putting them up online, I'll let you know. You'll be the first one. I'll like post on Patreon and I'll tell everybody about it. I just realized this is like my closing music, which means that I accidentally put it in my playlist of songs for today. Ugh. Oh well. Oh wait, no it isn't. I take that back. Immediately take that back. I like this. I know I could do better than that. I do want that to be flat though. Let's just bring that out like that. Imagine her hair pieces would be on like a sort of ball joint. A robot ball joint. Well, Nick, normally the way I do my live streaming is you show up and then I take like on-spot requests, but I only do this for like an hour, and so what happens is that around like, I'd say like 7:05, 7:06, I end up taking the requests, and I won't make it first come, first serve. I normally go off of what I think is the funnest. And I say this just because like I did do first come first serve at the beginning, but I find it's not fair because some people will rush in just to like say what they want me to draw, and then they'll just leave and then they'll show up at the end. So now a lot of times I'll mix and match depending on what people ask for and what works too. You know, like if I get a lot of different people asking for a lot of different things, I can't mash everything up or it'll just look ugly. And I've had that before where I'll like force my hand at making something look good, and it's just hard. It's hard to do certain mashups when it's like I could do it if I had like a whole day. Alright. But anyway, my point is just that next time if you show up, let's say like at the beginning, when I start asking for requests, you can always type it down and then I'll most probably do it depending on what it is. I usually do everything. And it's not like I'm crazy popular yet, right? I mean, I've got like 3-4 people watching this right now. An hour is a long time, so not everybody's super down for it. I gotta say, Robert here, that's just chilling with me, has gotten the most sketches ever. Like, this guy has been like supporting me for probably over a year now. And so he's always watching my live stream, so I'm always drawing him sketches. And sometimes I do original characters too that I'll mash up with other things. Usually I'll ask for, like I'll usually take them. I'm trying to make it like the first Tuesday of the month. I used to just do it all the time, but at one point I thought it got kind of out of hand. So now I just do it like once every Tuesday, and I mean first one of the month. I think it works better. And this way, certain people in the future that want to tune in and be like, draw my original character, man, and mix it with this or that, then it's fun because they'll know that Tuesday I'll always do it. Alright, I wanted to make it to a stream for a while, but I just keep missing them. Yeah, it's all good, man. Like I was saying, I do these streams every Tuesday. Usually. Last Tuesday, I was like, I lost my voice because of Montreal Comic Con, and I still don't have my voice because I went to the Transformers TF Con in Mississauga, Ontario this weekend, and talking to tons of people, saying hello, how y'all doing? And at one point, when I had just lost my voice, it was like, oh boy, I'm not getting this back, not this week. So I still don't have it, but I was like, there's no way I was going to miss 2 live streamings. No way. Alright, now I can do her backpack. I don't know if I'm going to keep that 0 on there. Seeing as how I put the 2 on her leg. I feel like it'd be redundant. I say this, but I mean... oh no, not putting number 2, not putting the logo of the robot everywhere. That's never been done. It's like done to death and like everything. I should just do it. I don't like that. Let's make this like a sort of exhaust, like a top one. On the bottom here, I'd like to make it almost look like she's got like a little jetpack. All right, let's put it on here. All right, bring that down. The brush is a little too big to keep going with that size. All right, actually, maybe I should make it big again. I will, but not yet. I'm gonna have to go over a few lines. Let's just finish up her hand and her mouth, and then I'll... Oh, it's already been an hour. Curses! Time goes by so fast. Alright. Let's give her an eyelash. A bigger one than that. That's cute. Very bioorganic. But I like it. I likes it. Like that. Alright, so I'm just going to have this shoulder piece that I drew over there. So let's bring this... Oh, this comes to a point. Bring this in like a point. Like that. Up. Just got this circular piece here. This is going to cut down. Let's bring this over. Okay, that looks about right. That point's going to really be higher up. There we go. Alright. Again, I apologize, I'm not talking as much as I usually do, but I lost my voice and I'm coughing quite a bit. Water. So is anybody excited for Marvel Ultimate Alliance coming out this Friday for the Switch? I believe it's a Switch exclusive. I'm actually going to change this. I don't like how like flat that is. Let's bring that up to go with the shape of everything else. I want to get it, but I'm spinny. I'm gonna say that that means you're poor and you can't afford it right now. You'll get it in a few months when they come out with the sweet DLC. Too much money on manga. Oh man, wait, are you reading Monster Musume the manga or are you watching the show? Because the manga's awesome. Like, they're both really good. It's very similar except for, you know, like, the manga's way less censored. And it goes way further out too, so you get so much more of the whole experience. The Monster Musume experience. I watched the show first, but I'm getting the manga now too. Yeah, the manga is super good. Well, I mean, I really enjoyed it. Bring this up a little more. Alright, put down all my baseline. Oh no, I'm missing one over here. And I'm also spending all my money on JoJo, My Hero Academia, and Seven Deadly Sins. Oh boy, you've got like a you've got a whole thing going on. Alright. Let's delete my sketch. Don't need that no more. Yeah, that's a lot of watching. I mean, a lot of reading. So I definitely understand. I have been waiting for a Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 since the second one was released in like 2006. So, like, what, 12 years? I mean, it's one of my favorite games I ever played of all time. And I don't know, this game is shaping up to be amazing. It's like, especially in a day and age where, no joke, like, well, coming from people that are here watching this right now, like, that love Monster Musume and that love all, like, these sexually explicit shows, I'll call them, the world's really taken a turn against that sort of thing for some reason. Well, the world, let's say America's taken a turn against that sort of thing, but America runs a lot of media. So anime has it still, but it's, like, hard to find, like, American shows that'll have over-sexualized characters in them, because sex is bad, but shooting somebody in the head is okay. So, I'm like, it's weird to say it like that, but it's like that. And it's like that very much so here in Canada as well. Like, it's not as intense as over there, but of course, whatever happens over there, I mean, we're very influenced here by that as well. So, it's super frustrating. But this Marvel Hero, or Marvel Ultimate Alliance game coming out, like, all the characters look like in the old school comics, like early 90s. They all, like, all the guys look way over muscly in their spandex, and all the girls are in the exact same boat, like super muscly and curvy in their spandex as well, and I really didn't expect that. I mean, let's take Captain Marvel as an example. You watch, like, the Captain Marvel film, and Brie Larson's literally, like, covered up in her onesie. Like, it does, like, it's cool, like, the armor looks nice in the movie, it's just that, like, I mean, it's got nothing on the comic books, right? And I say this just because Captain America has more curves than Brie Larson does, and they really accentuate them in the movie. So to have, like, a video game coming out where literally, like, all the characters look like that, I was really surprised. I couldn't believe Disney was gonna go in that route. I'm sure there's people complaining about it, but I don't care. I think it's about damn time. Because there's nothing wrong with things that are sexy. There's nothing wrong with sex. There should be something wrong with violence, but there isn't, right? And, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think certain violent things are cool. Like, I love animated violence, and I like fake violence, let's put it that way. So, like, when you see something like John Wick, it's like, wow, that's cool, that's super impressive. But I'm not a huge fan of watching, like, UFC, or, I mean, wrestling's fine, because wrestling is literally like a soap opera. It's all made up, and it's like, it looks impressive. When you watch, like, a real fight, there are certain things about it that are really impressive, for sure. But it's just at the end of the day, when the guy's smashing the other person's face in, he's actually smashing his face in. So it's kind of like, it's so volatile. And that's okay. But the second a girl walks by in a bikini and or is drawn to be like an attractive look, well, a let's say a stereotypical attractive looking female, then it's like, oh my god, no, censor that immediately. Anyway, I'm not like I'm here talking to you guys about this, but like you're definitely like in the same boat of the same thought process boat that I'm in. I mean, if you're reading Monster Musume and you're watching me draw, because I always over sexualize my characters, whether they be male or female, I'm super down with that. But I do prefer drawing sexy women. That's because I'm a heterosexual. That cannot be helped. I will draw my sexy male characters, but you know what? Like I have, because I draw so many women, when I draw like sexy male characters, I tend to feminize them. I'll give them more like swimmers' bodies and stuff like that. Like I have a hard time drawing like characters that would look like Jason Momoa, for example. I have a hard time drawing a character like that. Like the hairy biker guy. But it might also stem from my consistent drawing of manga and anime style, because there's not really a lot of these hairy motorbike types. Yeah, so here, weird how that works. Don't like it, don't watch it. Yeah, I don't either. Like, actually, it's not fair. Like, I've seen a lot of it before. A lot of my friends are really heavy into it. And when I was younger, I used to work for MMA Elite, which was like a clothing line, which was like clothes for or by UFC people. And I did all the drawings of skulls and crosses and zombies and wings and like snakes and skull and crossbones, like piratey style stuff. And I worked for that for a while, and so I got to meet some of the fighters and stuff like that through that job. Oh, this is looking done. Yeah, so anyway, I got to meet a lot of fighters through that job. So like I said, I really respect the craft. I just don't agree with it. I would way rather watch like a super cool Jackie Chan fight than watch a real UFC fight. And it could be the world's best UFC fight versus the world's best Jackie Chan fight. And I mean, at this point, it's kind of personal preference. Like, it's just that the Jackie Chan fight, you know, it's not real. Seeing a guy get bladed up all over a floor is hard. Hard for me to see that sort of thing. But while I say that, some people will literally say that same thing about over sexualized stuff. So like they'll literally look at me drawing this robot girl right now and be like, I can't even look at this right now. This is sickening to me. And they'll have that same feeling I get when I see somebody literally getting murdered on TV. That's understandable. Alright, y'all, I think I'm pretty much done this sexy ass Asuka. Asuka. She's so great. I could have made her hair longer, but I didn't want to do that. Maybe I can add a couple more lines on her hair up here, though. Alright, let's do something like that. Alright. This is done. Done, done, done. That was fun. So last week, I drew 2 original characters that I fused together into this one. OC, Colt, and Xeno. And this year, I drew an Azuka roboticized, which was really fun to draw. I really wanted to draw some robots, so this is cool. Let me just put it more centered so everyone can see this. Alright, so I don't need this no more. Get rid of that. Hide the template. And save! Actually, I'm just going to do one thing super quick on this Ava. Let me like make another layer for this. It's because this is usually black. I'm contemplating if I should fill this in. No, if I do that, then I would have to fill it in like everywhere, so I'm not going to do that. Alright. Now it's time to do my outro. I got a special guest star for this outro. It's going to be fun. Thus ends my live streaming session for today. Yet the real challenge begins. Listening to my 2-minute long advertisement on me, myself, and I. All links mentioned will be in the description below this video. It's funny how I still read it. Like, I see so many people and they're always like, they'll like make a little video thing and they'll click on it and then I'll just start doing it. But I don't know, I think it's fun reading it. It's always like different, right? At a young age, I realized sleep was for suckers and I could get way more done by avoiding it altogether. You can tell by the way my voice is practically gone. Now that I'm older, all I want to do is sleep. I took a nap today, actually. And I never take naps. I think it's like the second nap I've taken in like the past 5 years. Anyway, I work like crazy, as you can all tell. And with your epic support of $3 a month, which is a super joke how cheap that is, you not only get access to high quality files with all the sketches or whatever pinups I've completed each month, but you give me a few more minutes of rest each day. And I can't possibly express my gratitude for this. So how about praise from a local celebrity? Hello, I am Drift. And I fully support Eric's hardcore artwork he works so hard on hardcorely. Remember, if you like me, Drift, then you should totally support Eric in his artwork. Goodbye, Drift out. Do 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 do. Oh, Drift, you're the coolest anime Gundam-styled robot in the whole IDW universe. Anyway, some people are into old retro things, and you know exactly who you are. Well, I have all my older sketches and drawings available for purchase up on my Gumroad page. Now hold up a second, because this next part is life or death important. At least for my comic book. You see, I write it, I publish it, and I illustrate it. I basically do everything. And by basically, I mean I do everything. It takes forever to do this. It takes me, this is like 5 years of work right here. Anyway, I do offer it up online for free. I mean, if you support me on Patreon too, that'd be like super cool. I really appreciate that. I mean, $3. But anyway, like, if you want to help give it life, which I would really appreciate, why not head over to my Webtoons page, rate it a 10 on 10, and subscribe to it. It really goes a long way to help me, like, perpetuate my comic career. Now I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I have a blurry photograph of my kids from the future. Please do not ask me how I got this. And with each person that subscribes and likes my YouTube videos, the photos become more and more clear. So help out not only me, but little Leo, Raph, Casey, and April having the existence they deserve by hitting that subscribe and that like button. Now you know who else is super important to the rise of my future empire. Did I say empire? I meant fun, friendly, magical friends of fun future. Well, it's you. Do you like sketching or drawing? What about making awesome costumes or cosplays? Well, you do some fan-related stuff to my comic Blythe, and I'll assure you a seat at my future galactic foothold, as well as advertising your fan stuff all over my internet. I mean, my internet? I meant the internet given to everyone. Anywho, you all I have to go now, but don't forget that you deserve to have an awesome day. I mean, you deserve to have an awesome day. So I guess I'll be seeing ya. Yes, that was good. Take care, everybody. See you next time.